Welcome students to this lecture based on industrial robotics. This is a part of unit number 3 of the subject emerging trends in mechanical engineering, and this is a point number 3.4. In previous presentation we have seen the types of automation like fixed automation, programmable automation, flexible automation, and we have seen the benefits of each type of automation and what are the components of automation system. And in such type of automation there is a wide use of industrial robots. So what we are going to learn in this lecture, let us see the details. What are the learning outcomes of this lecture? The learning outcome is to study robot anatomy. After that we will study here robot control system. We will learn about what is the function of end effector, what is the role of sensors in robotics, and what are the different applications of industrial robot applications. What is robot? As per Robotic Institute of America, RIA, it is reprogrammable multifunctional manipulator designed to move materials, parts, tools, or specialized devices through variable programmed motions for the performance of variety of tasks, which also acquire information from the environment and move intelligently in response. So this is a definition of robot as per RIA. It is a reprogrammable multifunctional manipulator. The word robot was invented in 20th century and comes from the Czech word robota. It is a machine capable of carrying out a complex series of actions automatically by program. That is to say, a machine resembling a human being and able to replicate certain human movements and functions automatically. So these machines are able to replicate certain human movements and functions automatically. A robot consists of electrical components, electronic components, and mechanical components. The robots are very good for certain functions because, unlike human, never get tired or fatigued and can work in dangerous conditions without air and without the easily distracted. So these are the main features of this robot. What are these? I am repeating again. Unlike humans, they never get tired, never get fatigued, and can work in dangerous conditions. That's why we need robot. Let us understand what is robot anatomy. In this picture you will say the robot anatomy starting with the first component at the base. After that there is a shoulder, elbow, wrist, and end arm tooling. These are some of the major components or as a part of robot anatomy. So the anatomy of industrial robot deals with assembling of outer components of robot such as wrist, arm, and body. Robot anatomy usually has three physical configurations. Number 1 is body, number 2 is arm, and number 3 is wrist. In many industries, the robots are usually stationary mounted on a base. The body is attached to the base, arm is attached to the body, and the wrist is attached to the arm. So this is a configuration. The body is attached to the base, arm is attached to the body, and wrist is attached to the arm. Relative motion is achieved by movements of body, arm, and wrist. The wrist is the important component bearing the robot or work. It is usually called an end effector. So wrist is also called as an end effector. The relative movement can be rotating or sliding or the combination of both according to the need. So this component is having the movements like rotating movement or sliding or combination of both. Another parts of the robots means this figure indicates the key components. Power conversion unit, there is a use of actuators, sensors, controller, user interface. After that linkage, and such are the different important components of the robot. Starting with robot arm. Robot arms can vary in size and shape. The robot arm is the part that permit that the robot can move freely With the robot arm, the shoulder, elbow, and wrist move and twist to the exact position. A simple robot with 3 degrees of freedom can move in 3 ways: up and down, left and right, and forward and backward. Next component is sensors. Sensors allow the robot to receive feedback about its environment. The sensor collects information and sends it back to the robot control. One use of this sensor is to keep two robots that work closely together from bumping into each other. Sensors can also assist end parts by adjusting for a part variances. Vision sensors allow a robot to differentiate between items to choose and items to ignore. The end part connects to the robot's arm and the function as a fingers of a hand. This part comes in direct contact with the material and the robot is manipulating. Some variations on of an end effector are a gripper, a vacuum pump, magnets, and welding torches. The controller is the brain of the robot and allows the part of the robot to operate together. The controller uses instructions written in a code called as a program. So this another picture shows the various components of the robot. You will see there is a controller. After that you will see here there is the joint end effector manipulator. They are connected to the controller. So a drive is used in robot anatomy. The drive is the engine that moves the articulations into their designed designated position. The joints are the sections between the parts of the robot. Following types of units are hydraulic, electric, and pneumatic. These are the drives. Hydraulic drive system gives a robot great speed and strength. Electric system provides a robot with the less speed and strength, and pneumatic drive system are used for smaller robots that have fewer excess of movements. Actuators are used in robots are like muscles of the robot, the parts which convert stored energy into movement. By far, the most popular actuator are electric motors that spin a wheel or a gear, and linear actuators that control industrial robots in factories. Sensors are that allow a robot to gather information about its environment. This information can be used to guide the robot behavior. Some sensors are relatively familiar pieces of equipment. For example, cameras. Cameras allows a robot to construct a visual representation of its environment. This allows the robot to judge attributes of the environment that can only be determined by vision, such as shape and color, as well as in determining other important qualities such as size and distance of an object. Microphones, another sensor, allow robot to detect sounds. Some robots come equipped with thermometers and barometers to sense temperature and pressure. Other types of sensors are more complex and give a robot more interesting capabilities. Robots equipped with light detection and ranging sensor (LiDAR) use lasers to construct three-dimensional maps of their surroundings as they navigate through the world. Supersonic sensors are a cheaper way to accomplish a similar goal, only using high-frequency sound instead of lasers. Sensors allows the robot arm to achieve feedback about its environment. One use of this sensor is to keep two robots that work closely together from bumping into each other. Vision sensors allow a pick and place robot to differentiate between items to choose and items to ignore. These are some of the applications of robot. Material handling. Robots are used in material transfer, machine loading and unloading in case of spot welding or other types of welding, continuous arc welding, spray coating, assembly and inspection. You can have the applications of robot in automobile. Industrial robots, due to their speed, accuracy, reliability and endurance, are readily used in manufacturing of cars. Tasks such as welding, spray painting welding, material handling and assembling can be performed far better by an industrial robot than a human. Second application is electronics. Pick and place robot are used in mass production of the printed circuit boards (PCBs). They help in removing tiny electronic components from strips and trays and place them on a PCBs with a great accuracy. Packaging industry, extensively used for palletizing and packaging of manufactured goods. For example, taking drink cartons from end of conveyor belt and placing them rapidly into the boxes. Next application, means of transport. Mobile robots act as automated guided vehicles with the scanning lasers are used to transport goods around large facilities such as warehouses, container ports, or hospitals. Next application, military application. Telerobots like unmanned aerial network can be used to perform a dangerous task in faraway or inaccessible places. This can be controlled from anywhere in the world, allowing an army to search terrain and even fire or targets without endangering those using it. Health and medicine. Robots helps to realize the dream minimum invasive surgery and higher accuracy when robots are used in performing surgery. Environment. Nanorobots can be used to clear oil spills and disassembled pollutants, especially non-biodegradable ones, reducing their polluting impact. Robot can be used in nuclear plants for handling and disposal of nuclear waste material, which saves the occupational workers in nuclear plant from potential exposure to hazardous radiation. In space exploration, almost every unmanned space probe ever launched was a robot. Autonomous robots are used in space exploration as they can perform desired tasks in unstructured environment without continuously human guidance. Disaster management. Several snake robots have been successfully developed. Mimicking the way real snakes move, these robots can navigate very confined spaces, meaning they may one day be used for such people trapped in collapsed building. Mining. The mining robots are designed to solve a number of problems currently facing the mining industry, including skills shortages, improving productivity from declining ore grades, and achieving environmental targets. These are some of the references. You can have the more information from such type of links. Thank you very much.